Jim, I want to put you on the spot here. During the game,
put me on the spot.
During the game, you sent me a text. What did that text say?
Holy these Saints are for real, something like that, right? I'm telling you now, they are legit, impressive in every phase. I'm excited about them.
Welcome to Saints Happy Hour podcast. We never skip a drink day.
Budrich wants to know how the doctor's doing.
That ended.
Now grab a drink and enjoy the show.
Oh! All right, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Saints Happy Hour podcast, presented by Hard Hide, Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey. I'm Ralph Marlboro. I'm joined by Dave, Andrew, Thomas running the show back in Poland. On tonight's show, the Saints humiliated the Cowboys. Derek Carr, your MVP of the NFL. Alvin Kamara is back to magician status. And is the NFC South good? As always, if we reach $100 in donations, I'll drink something horrible the patrons have sent me. Thomas, I got watermelon vodka, 99 proof, Andrew, by the way. Ooh. And I got pickle vodka, 99 proof, Andrew. I know that's important to you. Thomas, what week streak are we on? How many weeks is it?
We are on a 57-week streak, and Cajun Sands won last week with a whopping $230. Damn.
Whoa. Yeah, I didn't update the whiteboard because Alvin Kamara was awesome again. Mickey, pay Alvin his money. We left it there because it needs to be said over and over again.
Dave, I have to say, when you said you were going to get changed, I didn't realize that just meant putting a hat on.
I'm sorry.
What about his pants? Maybe he changed his pants.
That's right. I took them off.
The panties.
Fair point. I was planning on changing and maybe putting on a shirt, but I didn't have enough time. Getting the hat was part of the plan, so that was all. That was the only part of the plan I executed. So I'm already wearing a Tulane shirt. I wanted to just make sure I had a Tulane shirt.
Yeah, Tulane. Tulane cost me money.
Party for
Eagles
Tulane
cost me money.
Oh,
Everything.
You bet on? Yeah.
My gambling this year is like the opposite of the Saints.
I thought that Tulane game was a lock.
It's in the toilet. Andrew, the doubters told us the Saints wouldn't score 30 in the first half against Dallas because the Cowboys weren't the Panthers. They were right. The Saints scored 35. Complete destruction, 190 yards rushing, 6 straight touchdown drives to start the game. The worst first half of defense in the history of the Cowboys, by the way. Thomas is going to put up a bunch of charts and graphs and analytics during the show to just show how amazing the Saints are. But Andrew, this is my favorite stat of the Saints 2-0 start. If the Saints only played first half the first 2 weeks of the year, they'd still lead the league in points scored. That's how freaking good they are.
I'm going to give you another stat. Nick Underhill tweeted this earlier. This is absolutely bonkers. This is talking about Derek Carr. By the way, your Derek Carr, number-rated passer in the entire league by 13 points. Highest QB rating by 13 points. After 2 weeks. Nick Underhill tweeted, Derek Carr can become the 5th quarterback in NFL history. Sorry, I didn't say that loud enough. I'll say it again. In NFL history to record at least 2 touchdown passes and a passer rating of 100 plus in 7 consecutive games, joining Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and Patrick Mahomes.
Wow.
What a ridiculous tweet.
All right. Dave, I got this queued up for you.
No reaction?
Reaction. I need Dave's reaction to this, but we got to play it first. This is how good things are going for the Saints, Dave.
Wow.
The first question to Derek Carr after the game wasn't about the game. It was about his TD celebration.
As well it should be. As well it should be.
But Thomas, played Derek Carr talking about the TD celebration.
How much time was spent in front of the mirror working on that Michael Jackson?
See, that's not much time in front of the mirror. I'm a dancer in my day, and so don't let the 4 kids fool you. had to lure their mom in somehow. You know what I mean?
Did you have to explain what that was to Hater and Random? Do they have any idea what you're
Yeah,
doing?
good. That's a really good point. But to their credit, they knew who he was, and so yeah, that was a good question. I should have used that one.
I mean, Dave, we got crotch grabbing. It's all good.
Why would the four kids bullets? Wouldn't the four kids be evidence in his favor?
Yeah,
That's true.
that's I don't want to bring everybody down here. I know this is a win party.
Here we go.
I loved the celebration. I am 43 years old, though. We are all here over the age of 40. Derek Carr was born in 1991. What's this celebration dance doing a Michael Jackson hee thing? It's not timely. It's not very timely.
It isn't.
As far as we've got the grid.
Some would say it's aged like spoiled milk.
So if you're asking me honestly, it's a little right. It's a little on brand for Carr. Like, of course, it's on brand that he's just such a dad. He's just such a dweeb. I love him now. I love him. I love him because he's winning, and if he starts losing, I will not love him anymore. But for now, I love him, but I gotta say, I do not understand bringing out a 40-year-old dance, a Michael Jackson thing. I'm not sure.
It might even be.
Was that the only discussion from the press conference? I really feel like Kat Terrell should have been pressing a little bit further and sort of taking the line of questioning that I'm going with here now, which is why did you decide to go? Why Michael Jackson? Why Michael Jackson?
Why am
I find it kind of
why
endearing.
now? Why
Yeah,
now?
why Michael Jackson? Why not any other artist of the last 30 years? Why not someone who didn't molest children?
Why not Madonna?
No, but I mean, Carr is endearing to me in the sense that
Why not Taylor Swift?
Well, God, okay.
There's no way he listens to Taylor Swift. No way. Derek Carr knows one Taylor Swift song.
Olivia Rodrigo.
There you go.
No way.
Olave Rodrigo. That would be a good fantasy team name.
Olave Rodrigo. I like that. Olave Rodrigo. Great fantasy name.
Yeah. I might change. I have Chris Olave on one of my teams. I think I got to make that switch. I'm
Olave Garden Breadsticks.
Oh, good. Yeah. That's pretty good. But no, look, I have found Derek Carr to be endearing in almost like, oh, isn't that cute? He's so dumb kind of way. He is very dad. He's not like Breeze. I feel like Breeze was always kind of robotic.
Deception! Toxic positivity works. Fuck the haters, nerds, and Cowboys fans.
You man!
Yes, let's go.
Deception.
Yeah, boy. So I don't know. I feel like half the time Derek Carr talks, it's not very. I'm not listening very closely. If that makes sense, it's never really pulling me in.
You hearing, but you're not listening.
Yeah, it's a little bit of that, but it's also it's endearing. It's he cares. What a nice guy,
He did it celebration dance, and it's Michael Jackson.
On March 28th, 1991, Roger and Cheryl brought a little baby boy into this world, and they decided that the best middle name for him would be Dallas, because they knew 33 years later that their son would go into Dallas Stadium, AT&T Stadium, and just destroy the crap out of the Dallas Cowboys and grab his crotch and show the world who really owns Dallas.
I gotta say, I saw this on TikTok today, Dave, and now
you're on TikTok too?
Yeah.
Twitter's not enough for you?
I lurk.
That's shocking. I learned that Ralph was on
You're
TikTok
on TikTok?
10 seconds ago.
I lurk on the TikTok.
Jesus. Well, of course you lurk. I don't see you doing any dances in your kitchen.
But here's the thing.
Here's the thing. Ralph doing dances on TikTok could go viral, actually.
Crippled disco party. I mean, I could give up this podcast. I could become a TikTok star. But this a guy on TikTok broke it down about Derek Carr, and now I can't stop thinking about it. And his point was, during election years is when Derek Carr is at his peak, and he went through it, and it's absolutely true. 2016, amazing. 2020, amazing. Like during election years, I'm not going to get into politics, but during election years, like that's when you get peak Derek Carr, and it's an election year.
This is something we can run with all season.
Yeah,
like election year, Derek Carr.
Well, the election
let's make it a thing.
Yeah, election.
Well, what
year.
happens? What happens after the election? Does Derek Carr have a drop off? And
The numbers go up or down? Yeah.
It drops off. Election year, Derek Carr.
And who wins? Do I need to be changed? Do I need to be thinking about voting for a different candidate than
No, it's not. It doesn't matter who wins. It doesn't. It's just about election year. Derek Carr kicks more ass than.
I'm not gonna lie.
years.
If you promised me right now that statistically Carr would be better at post-election than he is right now, I'll vote for whoever you want.
Here's a question.
I'll vote for the idiot from the other party.
Yes,
Dave. Here's a question. Is this the best a Saints quarterback not named Drew Brees has ever looked in back-to-back games? The best I could do, Andrew, is Aaron Brooks, 2002, week 6 and 7. The Saints scored 43 and 35.
You have to remind me.
And he threw 6 touchdowns and 1 pick.
Wait, you said 2000 what?
2002.
And who were the teams they played?
They played. It was San Francisco.
This was the year before Katrina.
No, it was 3 years. 3 years before.
This was like 2002 was like the first year I really started paying attention.
Yeah.
Oh, was that the year they started hot and then?
Yeah, they were 9-4 and collapsed.
Right. Okay.
So that's the best I could come up.
Who did they beat?
They beat San Francisco and Washington were the 2 teams. So here's and maybe somebody in the chat can.
Before he injured his arm. Obviously.
Wait a minute. Were you supposed to do shots for the 3 sacks?
I did this. Where have you been?
When was that?
I did that.
Right after the game.
It's on Discord and
during
on
the game.
Are we showing that later at some point?
We probably should show that.
Maybe Thomas might have it. We can show it later.
I'm sure Thomas does have it.
It was incredible, and I've got another hard hide guarantee in the pick segment. Don't you worry.
I can set it up if you want.
Boy. Yeah.
I like that. That's a new segment. The hard hide guarantee.
Oh shit! Wait.
Why Derek went with Michael Jackson? Because he wanted tell you all once again. WH shows bad. Also, shout out Deuce predicting the Shaheed TD.
Butteridge, $20 donation.
Thank you,
we are almost halfway there, Ralph.
Thank you.
I heard that Deuce predicted the Shaheed touchdown. I don't listen to the audio, but I don't think that's that impressive. That's like kind of their. I feel like you can expect a deep shot to Shaheed on the second drive. Honestly, like that's kind of like the play that unlocks everything else for the rest of the game. Is like if you hit that Shaheed touchdown. Now, if they don't hit that next week in the second drive, then I don't know what happens. But if they hit it, all things go well.
I know it's only 2 weeks, Dave and Andrew.
It is only 2 weeks.
But
2 weeks.
If the Saints go 12-5, 13-4, and are a 1 seed or a 2 seed, and Derek Carr gets into the 35, 40 touchdown, 4,000 plus yard season, could he do what Drew Brees couldn't do and get the narrative behind him of like, he's the MVP of the league? I feel like
no way.
Depends on
I feel like the national media would. I feel like the national media would get on board in a way they never got on board for Drew. If the Saints go to Kansas City and Derek Carr is awesome and they're like 4-0 or I guess it'd be if they're 5-0 after Kansas City, I think it becomes a thing. I think the narrative starts to build, and you got to take it seriously.
What makes you think that Brees did that his whole career in New Orleans, the entire time? And at no point was he seriously considered for MVP. Maybe a couple seasons there he came close.
2011, but not really.
But based on what? What makes you think Carr would somehow get more serious consideration than Drew?
Because Carr's come out of nowhere. and Drew was just consistently awesome, and people took it for granted. And they thought it was Sean Payton, and they thought it was blah, blah, blah. I'm just saying, I think if the Saints are a 1 or a 2 seed and Derek Carr puts up huge numbers, I think he's got a real shot at MVP.
I think Carr would get the same treatment as Breeze in so much as, it depends on how the rest of the season in the league unfolds. If there's another quarterback out there who's putting up similar numbers, who's more popular, who's better looking, who has better touchdown celebrations,
they're giving it to him.
Well,
it's
but
dancer.
I mean, that's the thing is like who did Drew lose it to? He lost it to Aaron Rodgers one year, right?
Yeah, but Aaron Rodgers.
It doesn't even matter what the guy's name is. It's the field. I picked the field over Derek Carr.
I mean, like if Derek Carr has a great season and it's way better than any other quarterback in the league, yeah, maybe he has a chance. But if there's even one other person in the mix,
it'll be like he wears mascara. He's automatically qualified.
They'll turn again. I'm just saying, passing numbers are way down in the league. If Derek Carr can be out, I mean, Matt Ryan won a goddamn MVP. Just saying.
Which is really annoying. Really annoying to me.
So annoying. My God, that's annoying.
So freaking annoying.
Cam Jordan too. Cam Newton won a MVP.
Dave.
Yes.
The Taysom injury news was good. So the Saints are just like Taysom.
I haven't heard. I haven't been hanging out on Twitter and.
I mean, it was that it wasn't as serious as they thought. He might not play.
He's got a chest.
He's got a chest issue. He wasn't, but it wasn't. They didn't say the fear was you were going to get the tweet from Ian Rappaport that he's out for the week or they have to put him on IR. None of that. So we don't know. But the vibes for the Saints, of course, are incredibly good. The one thing, though, Andrew, that I want to talk with regards to the Taysom injury, I feel like he's really critical in that they run a lot of 2 tight ends formations and run a lot of 2 running backs formations. How concerned would you be, not if he's out for the year, obviously, which he doesn't look like he will be, but if he's out for like 2 to 4 weeks, like how much would you be worried that it would make things for the offense harder?
Pretty worried, honestly. I don't think this offense can really afford to miss much of what they have currently.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that Trevor Penning or Lucas Patrick, I don't know that those guys are critical. But pretty much anyone else, I just don't think they're very deep. So I would say that there's not very many guys on this offense that they can afford to be without. The thing about Taysom is they're actually, I mean, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but like they're substituting less. One of the features of the Sean Payton offense is that they substitute teams to death. This version of the Saints offense, they don't really substitute a lot. I mean, you'll see Bub Memes come in, you'll see receivers rotate in a little bit, but it seems like the personnel is largely the same. And they do formation teams to death. So the motion, the formations, that's changing a lot. And when you look at Taysom Hill, he's the most versatile of them all. So, yeah, he can be in the backfield. He can be a fullback. He can be a tailback. He can be a quarterback. He can be a tight end. Like, they can literally move him around as a chess piece anywhere they want. And the whole thing about this offense is its misdirection to get their playmakers in open space. And to me, Taysom Hill is like the queen on a chessboard. He can move in any direction. It's like he's not confined to one position. He's not confined to move in one stated way. So I think he's the most critical piece.
Dave, what's funnier? The fact that PFF graded Lucas Patrick the highest graded guard in the NFL after 2 weeks?
Whoa.
Or the fact that Kamara was the 28th highest rated running back last week?
Really?
Yes.
Is that serious?
That is
God, that is
true.
the worst website on planet Earth.
4 touchdowns and they're 20, and you're telling me there were 27 other better running back performances this weekend.
I guess
They
so.
really didn't like that screen pass that he took to the
He
house.
dropped.
When
he dropped that
when he
one.
had 4 touchdowns and 120 plus yards. Oh my!
Yeah.
You know, yeah, it's hard
That's
to take it
proof they
seriously. It's
don't
hard
watch
to take-
games. Come on.
Wait, that they don't watch games. They're supposed to have somebody that watches every game and grades every
Every
single
play.
play. That's the whole point.
Just to humor me, can you look at this list right now, Ralph, and name
Who
like
else is on this list?
five running backs that were ranked higher?
Who are the 5 that are just ahead of him? Who's like 26, 25?
Jamal Williams?
Let's go through this. Yeah, Jamal Williams. Did you see Jordan Mims' 3 carries? They were sick.
Oh shit, man.
So the fact that they put him at 28th is ridiculous, which obviously means everything else that they put out is suspect. So I have to take their Lucas Patrick rating with a grain of salt. That being said, Lucas Patrick, in addition to the entire offensive line, has I don't know what's happened. I'm not sure how it's happened. You know, we saw the preseason games. We heard the coaches talking about it. They did not have really positive things to say about the offensive line. And so somehow, some way, they just shed all that and were like, they just made a decision. We're just going to be really good. I have no idea how that's
last week they talked about Fuaga, and there was a tweet that went out from PFF that basically said, Fuaga's our highest rated rookie. He had an amazing game. He was graded with this, and he didn't give up any pressures. And so like they gave him this really high grade, and he gave up a sack clear as day last week.
Yeah.
I mean, clear as day. So they're absolutely getting murdered and roasted on social media. Everyone's sending him the videos of Fuaga getting beat for a sack. And then like they don't like send a corrective tweet or anything, but then like a day later, his grade magically goes like 15 points lower.
Yeah, they don't have it by the week, so I can't really. But Alvin Kamara is the 6th highest rated running back for the year, so that being ranked 28th this past week probably killed him.
What?
Wait, so you're saying that the week before was he number
he had
one
to have been
then?
12th. No, he had to have been. You got to be wrong.
I
Ralph.
feel like
You gotta be
Ralph's
wrong.
making some shit.
Yeah. I think Ralph got his numbers wrong.
Yeah.
But anyway, like it's just
That's shocking that
what-
Ralph would speak in hyperbole and not be accurate with
Sure,
facts.
That's it's crazy. Yeah, right. It's crazy that Ralph would just twist numbers around to make them even more,
Ridiculous.
He would
hyperbolic.
never sensationalize his argument.
Sure,
For a
absolutely.
joke, I would never.
Sensational, right, was the word I
I
was
would
looking
never.
for. But to be honest with you, going back to the offensive line, like Fuaga is not. That's not what's surprising to me because he was a number 1 draft pick. He was supposed to be good. He is good. Okay, that makes sense. Ruiz, obviously, he's been with us a while. We know he's been decent. What's surprising to me?
That screen pass.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's surprising to me is Lucas Patrick coming out of nowhere. Nobody knows this guy. What's surprising to me is Trevor Penning. What the hell's going on? He was
Maybe serviceable.
He was 5 minutes away from like getting kicked off the team, and now he's like serviceable. We've got who else is who
Trevor Penning's on the road to getting the 5th-year option.
Who's
picked
the other
up.
guard?
You're forgetting Eric McCoy.
Ruiz,
the
and
center.
you forgot McCoy.
Yeah. Sorry, McCoy. Yeah. McCoy's fine too. That's so really what's been surprising is Lucas Patrick and Trevor Penning, because those two were very suspects at the start of the season and big question marks.
I mean, we thought going into this game that Micah Parsons was just going to absolutely.
play?
What's that?
Did he play?
I'm not sure that he did. We thought he was going to murder Penning. We thought, you know what it felt like, Ralph? Remember when we would talk about Sean Payton and his protection plan, and
That's right.
and how like they would erase like they would play these games against like the Bears, and the Bears would have 10 sacks the week before, and you and I would be on the phone like, God, how are they going to stop this pass rusher? And then Khalil Mack, he's unstoppable. And they would come up with a plan. They would take Khalil Mack out of the game, and they would give up no sacks, no hurries, no pressures. And we're just like, how did that happen? And it feels like Kubiak's doing the same thing. It's amazing what running the football, getting into manageable down and distances, third and shorts, converting, moving the chain. It's amazing what that does for your pass protection.
I mean, they were running like 2-man routes, Dave, in this game. They were doing like 7-man protections. They were running like 2 and 3-man routes, and dudes were wide open.
Yeah. Well, the other thing I wanted to say about the O-line, and to finish my point on that anyway, is and Andrew mentioned this earlier and alluded to this earlier. I am a little concerned because I do feel like we are just one injury, like the entire house of cards comes crumbling down with one injury. You take one injury, one injury is like removing the bottom right card from the house of cards.
I mean, that's every team.
And it's the same thing with the receivers. It's the same thing with the receivers. Like you got Shaheed and you got Kamara and you got Olave, but when you lose one of those guys, I don't know whether A.T. Perry, like you said, you got Max Protect. Protect. I don't know if A.T. Perry is going to be the guy who can get open against almost anybody.
When you're running 2 and 3-man routes, that works when your receivers are Olave and Shaheed and they're fast.
Yeah, they're elite.
Separate, but when you replace one of those guys with A.T. Perry or Bub Memes, like you can't run 2-3 receiver routes.
Yeah.
And if you don't have Taysom, you can't do that stuff. And if you replace Kamara, like to the point that we were just talking about, the way this offense has been working, they're not changing personnel that much. They're changing the window dressing, they're changing alignment, but the players they're not substituting that much. So to me, like this gets more complicated if guys get injured.
Yeah. All right. I'll tell you what's not complicated, Andrew. Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey. It's amazing. We got something that's going to show people in a minute, but Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey is a strawberry flavored whiskey blended with aged wheat whiskey, American light whiskey, Cocktail and Sons strawberry and lemon syrup. Fresh strawberries from Jonesdale's Farm in Ponchatoula, Louisiana. It's 86 proof. The whiskey is blended and bottled at the Sugarfield Distillery in Gonzales, Louisiana. You can pick up a bottle wherever fine spirits are sold in Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, Tennessee. To learn more and to find a location to get a bottle near you, go to hardhidestrawberrywhiskey.com. Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey, supporting Saints Happy Hour all football season long. So support the people who support the show. Grab a bottle of Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey today. I see a bunch of people in the chat saying they got it. They were drinking it during the game. It's amazing. Thomas, do you have the video of my Hard Hide guarantee that I did when the Saints got... That I did this. I told you people last week. I said the Saints sacked Dak Prescott 3 times. I will do 3 shots of Hard Hide Strawberry Whiskey. The only thing that was bad, my wife had left to bring my son to soccer practice, so I had to video with my crippled hand and do the shots. God. It was very tenuous situation.
Can we show that?
Yeah, show it, Thomas.
Also, sorry, Oppenheimer. Sorry, I made you mad.
We've all you, right?
Yes.
All right.
All right, I'm a man of my word, if nothing else. So here we go. We're doing 3 shots of Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey because the Saints sacked Dak Prescott 3 times. Count them down if you're so inclined. Shot number 1. Whew, so smooth. Shot number 2. That one hit a little bit. Shot number 3. What a day. Saints defense.
How drunk
got
were you?
3 sacks.
I was really drunk.
We love it. We love Hard Hide. We love the Saints. Woo! Doesn't get better than this on a Sunday.
I mean, Dave.
Have you guys ever watched Happy Gilmore? You know when he's taking the baseballs off the face and chest, and he's like, "Oh, that would hurt a little bit. Okay, that would hurt a little bit, but I'm all right."
Yeah, that's right.
They're making a sequel to Happy Gilmore, man.
It's gonna be
Dexter's coming back.
Oh my
Did you guys see that?
Yeah, Dexter.
My favorite show. Dexter.
Yeah, that was your favorite show?
They're resurrecting Dexter
for a 3rd time.
They did already. Come on,
with the
man.
same guy
The new
for
blood?
a 3rd time. It's already been.
Paul or whatever the actor is. Yep.
Yeah.
They're back, baby. And
Dave.
Ted Lasso's coming back.
Yeah, Ted Lasso. The last season.
I didn't watch the last season.
Last season, it got off the rails, and it was. But this, I'll tell you what isn't off the rails, Dave. This show, not yet. But I still think you guys' points about wide receiver depth being questionable is fair, and we talked about it during the offseason and during training, and that's fair.
It's not a subjective matter. This is fairly objective.
You know what? I'm done with this.
Did we underestimate, Andrew, how spectacular Shaheed and Olave would be?
Yes, 100%. And you know what?
Yeah.
I'm living in the moment. I am making an apology to DA now. I'm sorry I ever questioned you. I'm making an apology to Derek Carr. I'm sorry I ever questioned you. I'm not apologizing to Mickey Loomis because I've always stand for him and I've always defended him. So I will not apologize to Mickey Loomis because I've always had your back and you know it. But look, I'm done with this. Like I'm already seeing Kubiak's going to be a head coach somewhere else. And it's like we're so quick to look into the future about how terrible things are going to be or why it's going to be worse than it is right now. I'm done with that. I am basking in the moment. We just dropped 40 points on 2 straight teams. We're about to drop 40 on the Eagles. We're going to trash Jalen Hurts. Let's keep going. Let's keep 3-0, 4-0, 5. Why not beat Mahomes? Why not beat the Falcons? Why not be 5-0? Why not go to the Super Bowl? I'm done worrying about the future, lamenting the past. I'm living in the present, and all I know is we're pouring 40-plus points on every team that we play. Take stock of the moment and enjoy it.
Operation Get Nick Sirianni Fired is in full effect. Dave.
They're 2-0, aren't they?
This is
no, they're 1-1.
No, 1-1.
They
Nick Sirianni.
I know. I was
Nick Sirianni. PayPal Saints Happy Hour at Gmail. PayPal me $200 that you stole from me with that god awful coaching to end that game. Dave, scorching hot take.
You bet $200 on that game?
I did, and I lost it all.
Saquon Barkley, catch the freaking ball. For God's sake, what is wrong?
That boy good.
Dave, here's a scorching hot take for you. At this very moment, 2 weeks into the NFL season, is Rashid Shaheed the most explosive player in the NFL? He's got the 2 long touchdowns. All his touchdowns are long. I think there's like a tweet or something out there. They list all his touchdowns. He's got 11 of them. The shortest one is 19 yards.
Our lovely host Thomas actually put that up earlier.
I didn't see it. Sorry.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
So
there it is.
Most explosive player in the NFL.
19. The second shortest one is 34, and then all the rest are 53, 58, 45, 39, 59, 70. So is he the most explosive? I don't know. I haven't looked at the total rest of the league, but I'm sure he's probably up there. Yeah, he's up there.
I would say
those are his career touchdowns. They're not his touchdowns for the season.
Yeah, but I mean the Shaheed to me, Andrew, he feels like Devery Henderson, like 2.0, or like the more advanced version, in that he can catch the ball. He can do a little bit more.
We don't need to disparage Devery Henderson.
No, but
he went to LSU. Let's take it easy on that. Let's slow your roll a little bit, Ralph. Yeah. But
I'm here for the LSU slander.
I also think that Devery later in his career was a absolutely insane blocker. Absolutely tremendous. But yeah, Devery had straight line speed. He got better at route running, but he didn't have fluid hips. He was a little more, he was fast. He definitely had straight line speed, but I don't know that he was as fluid out of his breaks as Shaheed is. So I think Shaheed's a little bit, as Sean Payton would say, he's a little bit more sudden. Yeah, that was a description that Sean Payton used a lot, but
I don't remember.
they're different players. I like them both, but Shaheed to me feels like he has the potential to be I don't think he's the most explosive. I certainly wouldn't put him in like Tyreek Hill's league, but he's not far behind.
Dave,
Right, Tyreek Hill is a good example. Tyreek Hill is probably more explosive.
Alvin Kamara, we talked to him. He's back, but Dave, not only is he back, I hadn't seen the Alvin Kamara magician touchdown in a while where like he goes in, you're like, he comes out the other end, you're like, how did he score that touchdown?
Yeah, no, he did that. Right, I know. He
that's
went
like
into
2018,
scrum,
2017.
And he's like in the middle of 7 tacklers and he just squirts out. Yes.
Oh my God. It just gets me so excited. I do love that. I do love that. Honestly, it's way more exciting than any sort of Hail Mary.
Oh my God. I really hope we win against the Eagles on a Hail Mary. And Dave's like, yeah, whatever.
But yeah, no, I gotta think Mickey is sitting somewhere and being like, all right, I might have played this one wrong.
I'm gonna pay him.
I might have played this one wrong. Hey, those are the risks you take. Those are the risks. I think history, it was probably more on Mickey's side, and I think this is one of those times. Well, because again, we all need to like remember before the season started, we saw this team. None of us, the three of us.
I picked them 11-6. Speak for yourself.
Shit up. That's true. But most normal sane people really weren't expecting much from the
people
Saints.
with 2 working arms knew.
Ralph picked the Saints to lose last week. We'll get to predictions in a second and revisit who picked the Saints to win versus not. But thank you, Fredo, in the chat for reminding me of this. I do want to call this out. A lot of times we talk about players that are Saints killers. We talk about people that the Saints players individually do well, like Taysom Hill is a Falcon killer. What we haven't talked about is Alvin Kamara is a Mike Zimmer killer.
Dude, he is really.
He scored 6 touchdowns against the Vikings on Christmas. Mike Zimmer happened to be the defensive coordinator. The head coach, right?
That's right.
Of the Vikings at that point. And he was the defensive coordinator for the Cowboys when Kamara scored 4 touchdowns. So Kamara is the ultimate Mike Zimmer.
10 touchdowns total.
It's
and how many? What does he have right now? Does Kamara have 6 touchdowns?
6.
On the season? 2 games, 6 touchdowns.
Yeah. I mean, you got the leading candidate for MVP and Derek Carr. You got the leading candidate for Offensive Rookie of the Year. And Kamara?
Well, now why can't how about this question? If Kamara kept up this pace, like if Kamara averaged 2 touchdowns a game, which means he would
let's call it 30 touchdowns.
No, average 2 touchdowns from here on out. Let's call it like 35 touchdowns.
Oh my God!
MVP.
Well, yes, then he would be MVP.
Okay, that's what I was saying.
I don't know what
Gaines just gave us $4.99. Is that what just happened?
Super chatted $4.99.
LaDainian Tomlinson's had 31.
And also, how about you tack on the extra penny and make it an even 5? What's up with this $4.99? Now I got to count out the fucking change, asshole.
AJ seems very happy that we're back on YouTube. He doesn't
Tomlinson
like Twitch.
had
now I got to count out the change.
Dave Tomlinson had 31 touchdowns in 2006.
Okay. Yeah.
Also, I got to give a shout out to Joey Russo, who's in the chat. He texted me earlier in the week and was like, he was convinced the Saints were going to win this game. And he was like all in. He was like, all they got to do is run the football. Dallas is terrible at stopping the run. The teams that beat Dallas run the ball. He was spot on. He nailed it.
I
guess I'm going to have to start paying more attention to him.
Yeah, I have a Dallas Cowboy friend who was texting me just horrific things, and he was like, Cleveland, they would have scored more if Deshaun Watson was competent, and the Saints are going to, and I was like, stop. And he's like, Dak is going to be terrible, and blah, blah. I was like, stop with this. And then like middle of the second quarter, he texted me, do you believe me now? Do you believe me now? Like he hates Dak Prescott. He hates Mike McCarthy. So he was right. You were right, Chad. But
Derek Dallas Carr just rolls off the tongue. I just have to say it.
Yeah,
Derek Dallas Carr sounds like a wrestler. Wasn't there Diamond Dallas Page? It's like Derek Dallas Page.
I mean, isn't this fun, boys? We're 2-0.
I'm having.
We crashed a couple teams.
Yeah,
I'm having all kinds.
I mean, the Saints.
We'll talk about the Eagles.
The Saints led Sports Center. They led First Take. Stephen A. Smith had an orgasm.
Who
like,
your boy Allen says Derek does Dallas. Nice.
Derek did Dallas. Yeah, Derek did a bunch of stuff on Dallas. You know why we would let off though? It wasn't because of us. It was because it was Dallas. If we had done that to any other team, I don't think we're the top story on all those.
No, it would have just been a mention. But that's what I said. Like you kicked the crap out of the Cowboys. Like the Cowboys are the money maker.
In Dallas.
Yes, in Dallas. Like Dallas hadn't lost in nearly 2 years at home in a regular season game. I want to remind people we are doing a Zoom call for patrons only on Wednesday. But me and Kevin, we're going to do a Zoom call. So become a patron. You get access. We're going to chop it up. Maybe if you want to join us Tuesday.
Is that happening? No, I think I have something to do. I think I got to wash my hair.
I wasn't invited, so I guess
you can. Well, I know you have you have critical things. You got to beat middle-aged women at tennis. They want to bother you, Andrew. But if you want to hop on the Zoom, you're more than welcome. But we're going to be doing it. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be.
I'll be at trivia at Fat Harry's.
We do one Zoom a week. one Zoom a month for patrons. At the gold level and silver level. So it's amazing. You should join us. Dave, we haven't even talked about, we're 43 minutes into the show. We haven't talked about the defense, which created 2 turnovers.
The defense?
Yeah, they got me to drink because they got 3 sacks.
Ben don't break.
Ben don't break. How are we feeling about the we were like, the defense is going to be amazing. It's going to be elite. And like 2 weeks, we kind of forgot about it because the Saints are scoring 40 points a week. How are we feeling about the defense?
I'm fine. I mean, it's. I don't know. As long as, are we assuming that the offense is going to continue keeping up this kind of production? Because if we are, then
I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say that this is kind of unsustainable.
Yeah, no, I know. No, it's you're right, and that's absolutely right. At some point, there's going to be a close game. It's going to come down to defense. It's going to come down to it'll be low scoring. There is no reason for me to distrust the Saints and their defense. Dennis Allen, we have as much as we have shit on Dennis Allen in the past, we've always at least said he's a great defensive minded coach and a great defensive coordinator. And until I see otherwise, I would expect the defense to be fine. And just as I'm not going to think that the offense is going to keep playing like this for the next 15 games, I don't necessarily think that the defense is going to play like this for the next 15 games. I mean, I think defenses take a little time. Defenses tighten up as seasons go on.
Weather gets cold. Teams.
Yeah, I mean, I just think everything favors the defense as the season goes on. So I'm not. No, it's not a concern to me at all. Absolutely not.
Andrew, Dallas, they couldn't run the ball for anything against the Saints, and I was a little bit surprised. How much of that was the Saints, and how much of that is the Dallas offensive line? They got a bunch of new people. Zach Martin got injured. Dallas has decided not only not to pay a running back, they decided not to have a running back because I didn't realize Zeke Elliott was still in the league and he was getting carries for them.
He kind of starts for them, right?
He does. But do you believe in the run defense is what I'm saying? Because the run defense for DA has kind of been
Do you believe in the run?
It hasn't been bad the last 2 years, but it hasn't been what it was, right? Like top 5, You don't run on us. They went how many weeks without giving up a 100-yard rusher, all of it. But it's been really good the first weeks. How much do you believe in it? And how much of it do you still like, I don't know. Because of the
I believe in it, man. I mean, I feel like Alontae Taylor is making plays all over the place, tackling great. I feel like Nathaniel Shepard has really stepped up his game from a year ago. I feel like Pete Werner in this second game against the Cowboys was all over the field. Demario Davis looks like Demario Davis. I think the pieces are still there. I do believe in this run defense, and I think Dallas was a big step in the right direction. Now, look, this might all come crashing down. We'll see. Philadelphia has always given the Saints trouble. Jalen Hurts has always been successful against the Saints. I would pin him a Saints killer.
Running, not throwing.
Running.
His throwing kind of
Correct.
sucks.
Correct.
But his running, it just...
Yep. And so the Eagles have run the ball. So I think this will be the ultimate test here coming this week. It'll be interesting to see. And, their offensive line is pretty good too.
Yeah, I'll tell you what's not. The Eagles are giving up like 6.5 yards a carry on defense, and their front seven is cheeks. Thomas, do we have a donation update?
Yes, sir. So
Donation update, not enough. Break out the
A lot
wallets,
of people don't
Let's
want
frickin'
Ralph
go.
to take a shot tonight.
Where the hell is Cajun Sands? Your boy Allen, I know he's
I got
in there.
pickle vodka. I got watermelon vodka. Come on.
Come on, where's the guy who did $4.99? How about let's get that extra penny? Come on. Jesus.
Okay, let me do the donation updates. Thanks to Sean Lanier for donating $5 with donation message. Derek Carr for president. Thanks to Aldi Marino for $5 and to Wendell Cavalier for $10. So let's see. Your boy Allen is still in the lead, MVP lead, 20.3, and second place, Budwig Drift, $20.
Sean Lanier, I went to high school with him. We graduated together. Thank you, Sean.
Whoa.
Oh, you know him.
Yeah,
was he
really?
the guy that came up to you?
No, he was not.
In Yeoman?
That was Garrett.
Oh, you figured. Oh, you got the name finally.
I got the name right. He can't. Dave was shook because he talked to me. Garrett. We hadn't seen each other in years, and he talked to me like we chat every day. Dave was shook.
He just walked right. Yeah, he just walked right up to Ralph, and he was like, "Oh, hey, what's up, fellow brother Martin guy?" And he just started talking about the game and shit, like they talked yesterday. Like there was nothing about like, how's your family? Are you married?
Are you out of prison? How's the bum arm?
Right. Yeah.
None of it.
It was wild. It was just straight into just the usual Saturday afternoon chatter. Yeah, that was weird.
Man. So the hotline, Dave.
Thank you for posting it early.
Your baby. I posted it early to patrons, and that's a perk you get if you are a patron. You get the uncensored version. The uncensored hotline, 7 minutes long. But Thomas did some additional trimming this week so he could fit as many people as possible into the regular version. The reliable patrons called in Biloxi Blues. We had our first international call. Pete Carmichael. Pete Carmichael is catching strays for a second week in a row. And at the end, pay attention, Dave, because you should hear a familiar voice. Thomas, play the hotline.
I already know who it is.
It's time for this week's hottest takes from the Saints Happy Hour Hotline.
Boys, let's freaking go. What a hell of a first half so far, boys. I have been down in Miller Lite for about 2 hours now, but holy shit, what a team so far, boys. Love
That's
the
Errol.
pod. Thank you guys so much. Pete Carmichael. Love you, boys. Who that, baby?
My God, if we're looking like this, Clint Kubiak, give this man a blank check. Whatever he wants.
This is a 12-win team. The Saints are a 12-win team this year. I don't think anyone saw this coming. Holy shit. Who dat?
We're going to the Super Bowl. They said not to overreact to week one, but guess what? We're going to the Super Bowl now.
It's only halftime, but I can safely say that the Saints are the greatest team of any sport, anywhere in the entire world of all time. There's no question about that. See y'all at the Super Bowl.
Derek Carr is officially the second best quarterback in Saints history.
It's 41-19 into the third quarter. The Saints are going to the motherfucking Super Bowl. Let's fucking go!
2 games in, we can finally say that after 3 seasons, Kamara has left the witness protection program, and he is back, baby.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Nick from New Mexico. I'm hoarse. I'm drunk. I am so happy and so confused. Fairly certain I'm living in the simulation at this point. Don't wake me the up. I'm loving every single second of it. This is unreal. We are real. Ralph, I was disappointed in your prediction. Jude, you got the receipt. God, let's keep it going. F***ing who dat?
Hello, this is the International War Crimes Tribunal from in The Hague. We are looking for information on whereabouts of Pete Carmichael. If you have any information about him, we are looking for pressing charges on crimes against humanity for the way he used to use Alvin Kamara. If you have any information about his whereabouts, please let us know. Thank you. Goodbye.
Hey, man, look, man, this is Dustin J from the motherfucking Discord. I'm not from Alabama. Let me establish that shit. I'm from Iberia Paris. I just happen to live in this shithole. But anyway, that's my point. All y'all motherfuckers full of shit this week. Them motherfuckers in Dallas put on a motherfucking clinic, and they said, I'm AK-41, blah, 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 blah. Get me paid, bitch. You Mickey Loomis. I lived in Texas for 4 years in the Army, and to see them motherfuckers get pants like that in their house and make Jerry Jones sip on that water like a little baby back bitch, it is right, son.
Yo, what is up? I was just watching the game. You know, Saints are beating the Cowboys. The Saints are cooking up. The Cowboys.
He's
The Cowboys are looking bad. It's either looking really bad for the Cowboys or it's looking really good for the Saints. Paulson Adebo had a nice pick there. Alvin Kamara had a nice touchdown. Jamal Williams looking pretty good out there.
He hasn't
That's
said
it.
Sigma yet.
Thank y'all.
No.
I love y'all. Bye.
He said he loves us, though. Isn't that
That's
nice?
nice.
He did not say Sigma or sus.
The lack of Sigma is
Or
disappointing.
Pete Carmichael
That was
really
dog water.
never
That was
gets
dog
old.
water, Dave.
I mean, the International War Crimes Tribunal looking for Pete Carmichael is amazing.
That was my favorite.
It's
or the guy in Alabama who had to make sure he went out of his way to let us know he just lives there. He's not from Alabama.
That's right.
By the way,
that was
do you
great.
guys-
I love the hotline. Greatest
Do you
thing that ever
guys
happened.
do you guys do supplements at all? You guys ever do supplements?
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I do.
So I just science experiment here. I learned something for the first time. Never put creatine in your beer. It's like putting Alka-Seltzer in a Coke.
What? Why would you? Why would you put creatine?
I take creatine every day, and I forgot to take it today.
Do you have
so I
low
was like,
T?
oh.
Are you low T?
It has nothing to do with tea. But anyway, so I put a little creatine in my beer. I was like, I'll just do it now, and like it fucking exploded everywhere. Did you guys know that happened? I had no idea.
I know. I've like that'd be like you're like
it's carb.
Yeah, it's like
it's carbonated though. I don't know. I feel like carbonation.
Yeah, I gotta do this fiber. Let me dump it in my Miller Lite. What are you doing?
It was really stupid. I don't know what I was thinking.
Let me try to get drunk while I get my daily intake of fiber.
It is kind of dehydrating too. They say you're supposed to drink a lot of water with it. So
I think you'd be better off pouring beer into your Wheaties.
Hey, your boy Alan asks how many bits to get Ralph to put creatine in his hard hide.
I mean, I don't know. I'd be worried that
third donation goal, guys.
Yeah, third
you know
donation
what to do.
goal.
Yeah, really.
You
haven't even gotten to one. What is going on with you?
Like a teaspoon of creatine.
Come on,
teaspoon of creatine.
Wait. Do you take supplements, Ralph?
No. I mean, you consider like
it
a
sounded like he said yes when I asked.
I was gonna make a joke about supplement being vodka, but no. I don't
got
it. Sorry.
You know what I do? I do.
You do.
I do old women yoga.
Hey, actually, hand up. I try to for golf. Actually, you can't see my hand. It's up here. You go. I do stretch.
Grip strength issue.
Yeah, Fredo says three.
You got to stretch every night. Stretching for me, like if I want to play golf, if I want to play good golf, you have to be very flexible and you can't be stiff. And so I stretch every night, and half of that is definitely yoga.
Fredo says $300
Are we talking
level
hand
creatine.
yoga like Michael Thomas level?
$400 level. I'll do the clear and the cream.
No, no body. Regular. Mountain pose, warrior pose, pigeon pose.
You do all that every night?
Yeah, goat pose. Yeah. Oh yeah, all that shit.
Wow. Well, good for you.
Gotta be. It's how you drive at 265 every.
Wow.
I got to be honest. I'm not a big yoga guy, but I do. I mean, I have to do a lot.
I don't
of
work out.
stretching.
I don't work out and I don't eat well. I still eat bags of candy.
Yeah, I'm with you, Dave. I do yoga for old people. It's like 25 minutes. I do it every day.
Yeah, that's
keeps me limber, man. And I'll tell you, kids, once you hit like 45, you start doing that old people yoga. You hear cracks and you feel things, and you're like, oh my god, I am.
You
old.
guys should both be on creatine. Everyone listening to this show, even if you don't work out, you should be on creatine. There's more and more evidence that it's really good for your health. It's really good for your muscle retention, your water retention in your muscles, and it's really good for.
How much should you use it, Andrew?
So how much are you taking
daily?
I take it once a day.
We are $1.70 away from me
water?
drinking. Just
water. Yeah, I mean beer.
Well, let's
tonight.
Look more. Let's give him some more creatine talk, and that ought to open the wallets. So you normally just put it in water. What does it taste?
By the way, we are less than $2 away.
There's
I
no
know.
flavor.
We just mentioned.
It's no flavor.
Oh God.
Now, do you work out?
I do.
Like lift weights?
Yep. 5 days a week.
Like light weights, long reps, or
Yes.
like.
Yes. Yeah. I'm not a bulker. I'm not a bodybuilder.
I'm just throwing this out there.
I need to start doing that.
Somebody donates $500.
There we go. Boom.
Somebody donates $500. I'll do cement mixer with creatine.
Oh yeah, Jesus. All right, there we go. And who dat golf for $20? All right, he likes
Thank you, guys.
my yoga for golf talk.
Yeah.
All right, let's drink up, buddy boy.
So what are we doing? We doing pickle, Thomas? Who's the leader? And we doing pickle or are we doing watermelon?
Your boy Ernest, the leader.
Who dat golfer says AK just scored another touchdown on Mike Zimmer?
It would be hilarious. I'll just assume it's the pickle one because pickles are disgusting.
Go with pickle. War God says, Dave, look at Juge. He's definitely doing light weights. Nice.
I hate pickles in general, like regular. So like pickle vodka is disgusting. Here we go.
By the way, Sean Orleans, aka Kevin, our co-host, says you're supposed to take 5 grams of creatine daily.
Yeah, I think Kevin's a creatine.
No shit.
Oh, that pickle vodka is disgusting.
Oh, you did the pickle? I have friends that love to do like the pickleback shots. What is that? Is that like vodka and then
vodka
shot
and
of vodka
then a shot of pickle juice? Yeah, they're gross.
So basically,
Ralph, are you okay, buddy?
No. The problem with the pickle vodka is there are certain of these flavors. The pickle one comes to mind now because I've just done it. But there are certain ones like pickle, like Malort, some other flavors that you can't get rid of it. Like as delicious as the hard hide is, it can't push the pickle nastiness away. It can't push the Malort away. And that's why the pickle ones it's a 10. It's so disgusting.
I'm thinking creatine in your hard hide actually would be good.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
You got any creatine, Ralph?
Creatine in the hard hide, Dave, it might cure my bad arm.
Yes.
Oh, wait, we forgot about the puke meter.
Elixir.
Oh, I told you 10. It's disgusting.
Oh, 10.
That was a
All
10?
right.
Oh, okay.
It's a 10.
I was reading the chat.
Puke, though.
Yeah, you can't.
Okay,
It
so
can
we're
be.
9.
That's a 10 no
Nine
puke.
and a half.
10 that's a 10 no
Wargod
puke.
says
He'll go
medical
10 no puke.
attentions. So it's pickle is disgusting. But thanks everybody for donating. We appreciate it. The Saints, we're going to do the viewer mailbag. The Saints Happy Hour viewer questions are brought to you by Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey. You can pick up a bottle wherever fine spirits are sold in Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, and Tennessee. To learn more and to find a location to get a bottle near you, go to hardhidestrawberrywhiskey.com. Thomas, take it to the top.
Oh, wait, I played the wrong music. That's the correct
No
music.
meats and cheeses for you.
There it is. I need to update. So many things to do at the same time.
So what's first up, Thomas?
I need to update the goal. All right, first question in the meantime. From Nikolai, he asks, what will CJ Gardner-Johnson do to get punched by one of our guys next week, and who will it be?
It's funny. I was just thinking about Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. I was watching that game, and he can be had. Like, he's one of those guys. He plays with so much risk that I feel like double moves. I feel like this offense is geared to absolutely sucker a guy like that into making an idiotic play that gets him beat over the top. So I will say, I think this offense is like a nightmare for a player like that. And I think there's a good chance Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is going to be made look a fool. Just don't punch him in the face. Don't get ejected from the
This is my question, Dave. Here's my question.
Second Saints offensive drive, Rashid Shaheed beating CJ for the touchdown. I'm going to say 50 plus yards. Book it now. I'm getting ahead of Deuce. You're
ahead of Deuce. But here's my question, Dave, because remember in the playoff game,
thank you, Toxic P. He's going straight for penning. If he wants to get punched,
100%.
he is going straight for penning.
But I'm
getting that guy ejected.
Here's my question, Dave.
Did they overlap? Did they ever overlap on the Saints? I don't think they did. Huh?
Doesn't matter. He knows.
No. But here's my question, Dave. Here's my question. Remember in the 2000 playoff game against the Bears, during the week leading up to the playoff game, they had a point at the meeting where I guess they had like a PowerPoint and they put CD's picture up and they reminded everybody, this dude loves for people to punch him in the face to get penalties, to get ejected. Don't do that. And the Bears did it anyway. So my question to you is, do you think this week Dennis Allen or Kubiak in the offensive meetings is going to have like a PowerPoint and they're going to remind Saints players to not punch CD in the face?
Yes.
Do you think a coach does it, or do you think like Kamara or Taysom, one of the captains?
How did the Cowboys guy not get ejected? Sorry, the Falcons guy.
I don't know.
Who is it? Ray McLeod?
Yeah.
He literally punched him in the face.
They're like,
I was surprised to see that they.
I guess it's CD.
They gave him the flag for 15 yards. So they didn't eject him.
I guess it's CD rules. Like they're like, we got to give you a flag, and we won't eject you this time. But if you do it again,
we get it. I feel like it should be a penalty if you rip someone's mouthpiece off their face mask.
Yeah,
I mean, they need a CD meter of like how many times he's gotten someone to punch him in the face. I mean, he's done it a bunch of times during games. He got Michael Thomas to do it in practice. It's getting near five or six.
To answer your question, considering that you already referenced another team that mentioned him and his penchant for punching people in the face during their pregame meetings. Yes, I absolutely, considering that the fact the Saints know CD, they're aware of him, they know what he's capable of, not capable of, all that. Yes, I absolutely think that there will be a discussion about him and to not engage. Yes, absolutely.
Here's 100%. A Toxic P asked Andrew, how funny would it be if DA punched him in the face? And if DA punched CD in the face, would you forgive him for apologizing to the Falcons?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
DA's feeling it. He's feeling it. He was talking that talk after the Dallas game.
What did he say? Yeah, what did he say in the locker room?
I apologize to DA on this show. I apologize to DA after he apologized to the Falcons.
He said sometimes you got to.
Yeah, he was quoting Kendrick. Was that a Kendrick Lamar thing?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He's like, sometimes you got to step out and pop them. I mean,
no, he said no. Sometimes you got to pop it out.
Yeah. I forget.
Wait, what is it, Dylan? Come in here. What is it? My son will be able to answer this. What is Kendrick Lamar?
If they beat the Eagles,
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show.
oh yeah, sometimes you got to pop out and show them.
That's what DA told the team after they won in the locker room.
If
I
they
like
beat
how
it,
Dave's son is keeping him trending.
if the Saints could beat the Eagles, go to Atlanta, beat the Falcons, and Dennis Allen in the postgame says they not like us, all will be forgiven. Da,
they don't know nothing about that.
Just putting that
what's
out
next,
there.
Thomas?
Wait, are we gonna wait? This is
yeah.
totally off subject. I don't know if anybody has like other questions about this. Are we ever going to talk about the the website that thought they got the Saints for the
that was well, I was going to talk about that in game prediction, but we can talk about it now.
Okay, I can wait.
We'll talk about it. That's the moment, Dave, when I felt amazing about the Dallas game, and I felt amazing about the 2024 Saints, because here's the reason. I was nervous because that day they're like, Fuaga's not going to play, maybe he's got a back issue, Lattimore's hurt, and then I saw the thing. It's like, oh, James O'Keefe, he's like, hey Saints, what's going on? We got more secret
I
NFL
was not familiar.
videos.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh my God, what is this? I'm like, they got
website.
Mickey Loomis saying something about the Catholic Church or Gail talking out of school. I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be terrible. And I was like, this is going to be awful. And then he thinks he's breaking Vicodin Gate from 2011 wide open.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that was rich.
I was like, oh my God, you
rich
nerd.
I was laughing. I was like,
I love that he made us sit on that for like 6 hours before he dropped it, too.
I mean, he literally had less information than the article I wrote about it for Canal Street Chronicle.
That's right. Like he was too lazy.
I'm being dead serious. No, I'm being dead serious.
A decade earlier.
Yeah, no, more than a decade. More than a decade.
Yeah.
But yeah, it made me go back
to the people.
Is that your daughter, Lila, or is that your son?
No, Dave. When I saw that, I was like, Saints are going to beat Dallas 100%. I was like, it's locked in. You know?
Yeah, no, that was so. Like it was, he just took a beating on Twitter.
He took a beating. Saints
Twitter. You didn't do any Googling before you did this.
Saints Twitter united like Voltron, and we just crushed him. It was amazing. I knew that was like when we look back when the Saints are 14-3 and they're in the Super Bowl. We will look back at that moment as the moment when Saints Twitter, when we put everything aside, the DA hate, the this, that, we put it all aside and we crushed James O'Keefe for his stupid Vicodin Gate.
But also, like, what did he think was going to happen? Did he think he was going to get us in trouble?
Like, oh,
the Sean Payton's in Denver, bro.
Yeah.
Like Joe Vitt is, I don't know where Joe Vitt is. He's playing golf in Arizona. I don't know. Also, this beer has no creatine in it. It tastes a lot better than my last one.
Oh wow, that's good to know.
Yeah, but it is Purple Haze. So how good?
I like Purple Haze, Dave. Don't hate.
Purple Haze is good.
All right.
So it was one of the seminal moments of the 2024 season.
Oh,
so
yeah. I got some great joy out of that, and it made me relive my old articles, and I went through the old Jeff Santini lawsuit.
I really appreciated that he made us sit on it. That it's like he had this bullet in the chamber, and it wasn't just like he unveiled.
Yeah, how's your Thursday night going? Huh? Who's ready for some Thursday night football, Saints? Oh, you better watch out! Ooh.
It's like
douchebag.
It was so good. It was so good.
Do some research.
Yeah, like they didn't. He was too lazy to Google, and nobody around him was like, "Bro, that's from 2011."
I've seen this before. Yeah,
we've seen this before.
Yeah.
So, Thomas, what's next?
I guess actually, hold on. I guess I should actually say, maybe this isn't what he focused on, but maybe if he had focused more on the fact that that they believed that Bounty Gate was the punishment for the Vicodin stuff. It wasn't really about Bountygate. It was more about the theft and the FBI shit. Maybe that's a little bit of a story.
Well, he picked the wrong team. He needed to at the Broncos. Right,
yeah,
it's a Sean Payton problem, buddy. Even if it's true, I mean, right.
You know?
So anyway, it just made for it was so beautiful to see Saints Twitter united as one.
Who was that dickhead who was like former Saint and he named a certain player and something happened and I'm like, why does he have to be a former Saint? Like he played with 7 other teams. Why can't he be a former Viking or a former Ram? Like I can't remember what the report was, but that shit pissed me off so bad.
Right, I remember that.
Continue.
So what's next, Thomas?
All right, before I read next question, thanks to your boy Alan for $10 super chat with a donation message. I sent Ralph the pickle vodka and got a 10 on the puke meter bucket list moment. And we are, by the way, $50 away from the second drink. Maybe Ralph he'll put some creatine into it. You never know, man. But I like the idea. Who
that? Lila.
All right, next question from...
That was my daughter saying who dat.
Yeah.
Wasn't that a
She's
first?
now laughing, giggling, running up the stairs.
We heard that.
She's famous.
Let's get your wife. It's 10:15 there
on the bike.
I think it's about time for like a light jog on the old treadmill.
Yeah, on the elliptical
podcast. Yeah.
Have either of your wives ever listened to a single solitary episode of our show?
No.
My wife did. She did. She listened to like.
My wife went out to dinner with us. You weren't there, Andrew. You were busy. But my wife went out to dinner.
Tell me about this
with Kevin and
how did it go?
And Andrew.
Tell me more.
My wife is.
I guess you actually went to the dinner because Tulane lost, so you weren't invited to the fancy party.
Yeah, that's right. There was no celebration party. That's right.
Yeah,
there was no celebration party.
Where'd you guys
Kevin
go?
told us about his
guys
childhood. Me and
Coach
Dave's
Sarah.
wife talked about child rear. I was asking her questions about what because Dave's children are older.
Where
than
is
mine.
Aaron? Can we get Aaron to recap this dinner? I would actually like to hear from it in her words.
Hold on, let me.
Yeah, go get Aaron. I would like to hear how she felt about sitting next to Kevin
You come in here.
and Ralph for an evening having dinner.
That's right.
That would be hilarious
Amazing.
to hear her take.
This needs to be a separate special bonus podcast, Dave. Not a regular show.
Yeah, I gotta say, do you guys remember we went to Pesh a year ago?
Yeah, it was a year ago. Yes, I remember.
Do you remember the waitress that was very good looking? That was paying a lot of attention to me and not my buddy James. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah, vaguely. Yeah.
We had the same waitress.
Oh yeah.
So it was. I don't know.
Porn stash. Porn Prince Harry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
all right, Aaron's here. What questions do you have for her?
Well, no, she needs to replace
She's
you.
right here.
She needs to sit.
No, she doesn't want to be. No, she doesn't want to be seen on the video.
Why not?
Private person.
She's a private person. You can hear it. There you go.
What?
All right, Aaron, can she hear me?
Not private anymore.
Can you at least give her the headphones so she can hear?
Oh my God. Okay. I got to
All right.
put on his sweaty headphones.
Yeah, I know it's disgusting.
Suck it long,
Nothing
suck it
to
hard.
be-
This feels so good.
Nothing can be easy.
Aaron, so you went to dinner with Ralph.
I know. I missed you. You weren't there.
I know. I'm sorry I wasn't there. I know it would have been more entertaining and fun if I had been there. I know. But talk to me about having dinner with Kevin and Ralph. Like, what was that like for you?
It was actually really nice.
there you go.
thought we
Not
had
just because I
really
paid
nice
for it.
time. No, I thought we had really nice conversation
was.
and talked about like important, serious things like kids and family.
That's right.
It was
What
like a really
was the
nice-
percentage of Saints talk versus non-Saints talk?
Like 2% Saints talk.
Really?
Yeah, it was a lot of kids. It was a lot of me asking about
Maybe
hey, your kid get to high school and all that.
Yeah, I guess it was sort of like you have older kids. What's that like?
How much were you focused on Kevin's love life? How much did that enter the conversation?
Too much.
I don't know that came up that much.
All right.
Yeah, we talked about Kevin's love life, his
It was like a
childhood.
therapy session, honestly.
For Kevin, yeah, it was.
Everybody was like talking about their families. I don't know. Maybe
How much of it was a therapy session for you, Aaron, that you have to deal with Dave?
Oh,
A
I
lot
felt like
on a
I
daily
was
basis.
a therapist. I tune it all out. I don't know. He's exhausting. Nobody gets it. Nobody gets it. Everybody thinks that like he's so laid back. And then the only person that the only person that like all of our friends are like, oh, Dave's so laid back. I remember specifically my friend Joanne was with my family and was like, Dave is like the most laid back guy I know. And my dad was like, Dave, are you serious? There's not a laid back bone in his body. And she was like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, Joanne, y'all are all fooled. You have no idea.
So he saves it for the people he's comfortable with.
Well, he thinks that I'm very high maintenance. And if you line me up, I'm fairly confident. If you line me up with a group of women, I am not the most low maintenance, but like pretty low on the.
You're middle of the road.
No, I think I'm below middle.
Below middle. Okay.
Below
I don't. I mean, I think you kind of have to be if you're married to Dave. In all honesty.
I mean, Dave is high maintenance.
Dave is high maintenance.
Because I'm a small 2,000 square foot shop.
I feel like I should have put my phone down during the dinner and recorded it all and done it as a bonus podcast for patrons.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No.
Well, did y'all have fun? Did you have?
I did. It was good. It was tremendous. I mean, you know, we gotta get Kevin. We gotta get Kevin to be more outwardly positive. I feel like he's a little bit rainy day. Got to be a little bit more positive.
Yeah.
Got to put on a positive spin. You know. So
I
that's
liked my mezcal drink and the pork belly.
There you go.
Pork belly and mezcal.
Thank you. I love the fact that we're completely off the rails. It's week 3.
Yeah. All right. Goodbye, y'all.
I'm not gonna lie. This is the most pleasant Cariello talk I've ever had.
Nobody's screaming or flinging sweat. He's literally, while I'm talking, flinging sweat off his face.
They can see me.
If you could smell this closet, it smells like freshman year of college. Just period. That's what it smells like. I'm serious. He leaves the playroom and I'm like, ugh, it stinks.
Kevin has smelled it.
Oh, it's freshman year of college in a nutshell.
This is true love right here. This is true.
It is.
It's, you know what it is? My parents have been married for 50 years. They just had their 50th wedding anniversary in April. And one time I asked them, well, first of all, I asked them how they managed to stay together so long. And they both started laughing. And they put your phone away, Dave. No, you're not. Put your phone away.
You're not doing shit, Dave.
Why are you taking a picture of me? And they both said that neither of them wanted to be stuck alone with the kids, which I thought was funny. But then they said their real answer was tolerance. Put the phone away. Why are you taking a picture? Where is
this is happening?
Lube up. So there you go. We're giving life advice on tonight's podcast. A good marriage is all about tolerance.
Tolerate
Patience.
Dave and you'll be a success.
Your boy Alan says the closet smells like Shannon Sharp on Instagram Live.
Yikes.
Wow.
Wait,
Jesus.
Can you not hear them?
No.
Oh, that's the best part about all of this. I forgot.
Hey, fire up the seal on your phone.
Aaron, I'm going to put this out there. I think you should be a full-time member of the show. You should replace Dave.
God.
It'll be great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What do you
we'll
think,
hide
Dave?
your face. We'll hide your face.
Shake your head, yes or no.
Just like mine.
Yes or no.
You'll be incognito.
He looks nervous.
We
You might be out of a job.
We can do the undercover like the local news. We'll black you out. We'll digitize your voice. It'll be fine.
Yeah. All right. Goodbye, y'all.
Love you. You're the best.
Good night.
All right. So
I gotta say, Dave, the thing that you didn't get to hear, which was absolutely on point.
Well, I heard what you said.
I gotta say,
I'm going to go back and listen. Don't you worry.
Thomas has never been more on point in his entire life with the sound bites. He was dropping Dave's sound bites like on a dime. It was like Derek Carr throwing the bomb to Shaheed. I mean, it was literally like your wife would say something and boom, he'd have the Dave sound bites on it. It was unbelievable.
Like Thomas he had studied the playbook. he was when the audible needed to be called, the protection needed to be reset. Thomas was on it.
Thomas, be honest. Before Aaron Carriello came on the show, you were talking to Clint Kubiak.
Yeah, in
he
Polish.
told you how to operate the soundboard.
My Polish friend, man.
Admit it.
Yeah. He coached me out, man.
Clint Kubiak strikes again. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I love
Polish connection.
Now I'm reading through the comments. I like Aldi Marino's comment. The upkeep on a 1980s girl from NOLA is high.
Wow. It's like a classic car.
Yeah, I can feel that.
So what's next, Thomas? Do we have any more mailbag?
Yeah, final question. Final question.
Are we doing a mailbag? Are we doing a show after this?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh shit! Let's go. Come on.
All right, Bulky asks, if the Saints offense and Kamara keep this up, who is more likely to be with the team next year, Kubiak or Kamara?
Neither of them.
It's a good question.
It's a good. I mean,
probably Kamara.
I still think head coaching jobs are hard to get. I still think there's a good chance Kubiak will stay.
Yeah. And
I said this offseason, but I was I guess I wasn't really thinking, because I was saying like there was a scenario where I saw Dennis Allen getting fired and Kubiak getting elevated, but I guess in that scenario, like the offense was playing well, but somehow the defense wasn't playing well and the Saints were finding ways to lose.
Yeah, for that scenario to play out, you would have needed like 47 to 32.
Yeah.
And the one thing that might keep Kubiak is if the Saints are like number 1 or 2 seeds on offense. Remember, everybody on offense is coming back except Kamara, probably, maybe. We'll see how that goes. So there is a scenario where Kubiak is like, you know what, David Tepper, I'm not taking the Carolina job. You know what, Giants, you're dysfunctional too. I'm not taking you to. You know what? I'm just going to wait a year, and I'm just going to see. Ben Johnson has done it. He's waited. Bobby Slovic for the Texans waited. So it's not inconceivable that the Saints could get a second year out of Kubiak.
And Bill Belichick will be back in, in the options.
I think somebody's gonna hire him. I think Cowboys probably.
Yeah.
So thanks to the mailbag questions, everybody. Remember, the ones we don't get to on the main show, we will do in the patrons only mailbag. We try to get every question you guys send. We'll get to it eventually. So thank you guys.
Do we have any trivia done?
No, we don't have trivia. Trivia. We're at hour 25. Andrew, Butteridge is awesome with the trivia, but trivia is an off season.
Yeah. So we got to cut it. I'm just thinking about the irony of what you just said. You know, if Dallas fires their coaches and then Kubiak and Belichick go there, and it's partially because the Saints just beat the shit out of them.
That's right.
There's a little it's butterfly effect there.
Thomas, how are we doing on donations?
Not good enough. That's what I'm going to say. Right. We don't need Thomas in here. The answer, Andrew, is not good enough.
$50 away from Ralph drinking the second drink.
Going to get it
right here.
I'm going to go get one of Nikolai's beers next.
You can do it,
guys.
All
right. So,
Nikolai, feel free to mail some of your Hefeweizen.
So now we got to do game predictions. Thomas, Recap last week. This is going to be gross. Recap, and it's going to be gross because Andrew's going to get to take a victory lap.
All right, so obviously Andrew was the only one to predict the Saints to win, and he gets 1 point for that. Andrew's UDFA son scored the most fantasy points, and he was the only defensive player, 9.8, and for that, Andrew gets plus 2 points. Taysom Hill scored 2.9 fantasy points for Dave, and that equals to 1 point. And Cedric Wilson and Foster Moreau got no fantasy points, and for that, Kevin and Ralph get -2 fantasy points. And let's see how the situation is right now. So Andrew is in the lead with 5 points. Ralph, second place, 1 point. Dave, 0 points. Third place, and Kevin, the reigning winner from last year, -1 point. Damn, that's a surprise.
0 points and not in last place. You like to see it?
I'll go first.
No, Kevin goes first.
Oh, Kevin goes first. Okay.
This week because he's last.
I'm gonna go on a. I just have to say, wait, what's up with my camera? Oh, you're all fucked up.
It's Andrew.
Kevin is getting an unfair advantage here by not being on the podcast and submitting his via video, and
That's
thus
not
allowing
true,
himself
man.
to
He
go
was
first.
last. He picked last week, I think.
He did
Andrew
not.
called
You
him.
did the same thing and you made
Andrew
Kevin go
called him.
first.
Andrew called him, man. Come on.
I think that was 2 weeks ago.
Maybe, but it's not every week. Come on, man.
You should penalize Dave for whatever he just said.
And it's
He should be
not
Dr. Point.
unfair advantage. It's a
Shut up,
disadvantage in my opinion, man.
all right,
You can counterpick him.
All right, so go with Kevin first, I guess.
All right, so who do you think Kevin picked, guys?
I mean, he probably picked the Saints.
He did.
The Saints are a 2.5 point favorite, by the way, in this
He
game.
predicts the Saints to win 31-23 and try to get his star of the game, fantasy star of the game.
I mean, has he picked Carr yet?
No.
Crazy to think that that's actually kind of a safe pick.
That's
Nobody picked Carr yet this season. Oh, by the way, Aldi Marino in the chat, Dave. Are you questioning the commish?
That's right. That's a 5 point penalty.
Yeah. Shut up, Aldi. You know what, Aldi? I liked you 5 minutes ago. You made a funny comment about NOLA girls, and now you're on my shit list again.
Yeah. Kevin makes a point in the chat. Foster Moreau did have a tutty. They called it back, so it was almost there.
Yeah.
So who did he pick? Who is his player of the game?
He stole Andrew's UDFA son, but not grandson. Rashido.
Oh, he's going Shaheed.
Oh.
Shaheedo.
All right, so I'll go.
Honestly, I think we should go in reverse score order. If you have the lowest
okay, well
score,
then
you get to go
so
first.
who should be next? You should. So you go.
Me.
You go. Go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying, like, that's the way it should be every week.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm not.
That's
the
not
commish.
up
What do
to
I
you
know?
to decide. Come on, man.
Yeah, well, of course. No, it is not. It is up to you, almighty commish.
Oh yeah, I like that tone.
I know you do.
No, Ralph, I
Maybe-
cannot change your score.
What? Damn
no.
maybe my
points
tone.
for you, Ralph.
Yes, I like that. And maybe my tone sounds so good that maybe it's worth an extra point.
Maybe. You never know.
All right, I'm looking at it right now. All right. All right, we've had 2 games now. We're seeing a little bit of a pattern, especially if you want to.
It's an awesome pattern, is what it is.
Yeah, I know, and especially if you want to take into consideration week 17 or week 18 last year against the Falcons, where they also scored 40-something points and beat the shit out of the Falcons. So I think I gotta read the writing on the wall here. I don't necessarily think that they're going to put up 40 burger again. That seems a little.
That's right.
A little
Flip
crazy.
your phone, Andrew.
What?
Flip your phone
Oh my
horizontally.
God, what is going? All right, but I'm going to go with. So I'm going to go with Saints 38.
Ooh, that's a lot of points, though.
It's still yes.
Yeah.
I think they can obviously score points. They're still healthy. We still got our weapons. We still got our offensive line. We still have Dallas, Derek Carr. And Eagles 17. So Saints 38, Eagles 17.
That'd be a beating.
That would be a good game. I would like to see that.
So who's your player of the game?
And for my player of the game, you know what? I'm going to go with Derek Carr, actually. He's home in the dome.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with Derek Carr. I'll take him.
That's a good
I wanted
pick.
I wanted to change my
Kevin's
score.
screwed.
I wanted to change my score, but Thomas wouldn't let me, which is just horrible. I think it's
No cheating.
discrimination. It's discrimination against the cripples, is what it is.
It is.
Because I gave you the score before I watched the Eagles. I did not realize the Eagles' defense is horrific. They average.
That's why I waited till this morning to give.
They give up
to the end.
6.5 yards a carry. Their pass rush. I was reading an Eagles blog today, Dave, on SB Nation. The writer called it the worst defensive line in the history of the Eagles because they only sacked Cousins once. They had no pressure on him in the final drive. So I wanted to change my score, but I guess I got to keep it the same. I'm going to say 20. I said 27-20 Saints, but I think the Saints are going to kick the crap out of the Eagles. I think DA is going to solve the Jalen Hurts kryptonite. He's got Willie Gay. I think the defense is going to solve
your
it.
problems with aggression.
Exactly. My player of the game, because I think the Saints are going to bully the Eagles, just like they bullied the Cowboys, just like they bullied the Panthers. My player of the game, Jamal Williams, because I think the Saints are going to run for 200 yards again, and I think Jamal Williams is going to have like 14 carries, 60 yards, and a touchdown. So he's Jamal Williams is my player of the game. I think the Saints they're going to have it's going to be another kick-ass fun Sunday. I don't think the Saints hard game the hard game is next week in Atlanta because division game, Atlanta. Games in Atlanta get weird, but that's my prediction. What say you, Andrew?
All right. Well, I don't know if you guys can hear me. I'm on my phone. Yeah. My generator just kicked on.
Whoa! You lost power?
Yeah, I lost power.
What the
I don't
hell?
know what's going on. Yeah, it's weird.
Random?
It's been raining all day, but not like crazy. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So Thomas, you're gonna have to put up the score for me. I don't remember what it was, but I had the Saints scoring a lot and winning big, similar to Dave. And I agree with what Ralph said, but I'm picking Alvin Kamara. Nobody else did. I think he's going to get a bunch of yards. I think he's going to score a bunch more touchdowns. He's going to continue on his MVP ascent. And the Saints are 3-0, baby. Who dat?
I mean,
and by the way, for the audio only, 34-24 is the entrance.
34-24. That's right. They get to 3-0.
We've all picked the Saints.
And I'm not saying that it's a done deal. They're a playoff team, but just you do the math, Dave. You get to 3-0. You got 14 games left. You go 7-7. That's 10-7 season. like you get to 3-0. Playoffs become like in the 90%.
Yeah. Well, we were texting and Kevin threw out some stats. I thought it was even crazier. It was like 2-0 teams.
Yeah, 2-0
are like 60. Already have like a 65% chance. So we're already way above 50%.
Well, it doesn't feel like it, but you play 2 games, and that's 11% of the year. You know.
Yeah, I know.
So it just you only got 17 weeks.
Not baseball.
It's not, that's the thing with that Eagles blog was saying. They're like, it's not goddamn baseball. You can't vomit away games. Baseball, you can vomit away a dozen games and it's not that big of a deal.
Hey, you guys need to chill on this because I've watched a 3-0 Saints team miss the playoffs twice in my lifetime.
When?
Well, the Danny Werfel 3-0 team.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
And then didn't the Aaron Brooks 9-4 team, weren't they 3-0?
I don't think they were 3-0. I think they were 2-1. Let's go check.
All right.
Let's see.
I've definitely seen a 3-0.
The Danny Werfel Ditka 6. Oh, they were 3-0. You're a party pooper. You really are. So 2 times the Saints have started 3-0 and not made the playoffs.
Twice. I rest my case.
God damn.
I don't know how you people know this shit.
Time of death for me, 9:35. Andrew murdered me. So that's it. So yeah, Matt says, Jesus, Andrew, we forgot about 5-0, 1993. Jesus.
Wade Wilson.
Yeah. I wonder how many 5-0 teams didn't.
Team? That's right. Oh my God.
Yeah. Start 5-0, finish 3-8. Not good. Not great, Bob.
I need a bottle opener for Nikolai's beer.
So, thanks to everybody who donated during the show.
That's got to be one of the only teams in NFL history to start 5-0 and not make the playoffs.
Yeah, it's them, the Redskins one year. Like it's less than 5 teams. It's incredible. If Butteridge maybe can look it up before the end of the show. Thomas, recap everybody who donated during the show.
All right, thanks to everyone. We are on a, let me check, double check, 58-week donation streak.
Yeah.
Thanks to AJ Gaines, Aldi Marino, Sean Lanier, Wendell Cavalier, Lebadrich, and to the MVP for the first time this season with 38.3 bucks, who is the one only, your boy Alan!
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Your boy Alan, DM Thomas in Discord, and I'll, you get to pick the whiteboard. If you want to pay Alvin his money, we'll erase it and we'll do something new. The chat always comes through, Andrew. The 2015 Falcons were 5-0, missed the playoffs. I don't remember that. The 2009 Broncos started 6-0 and missed the playoffs. The 2016 Vikings were 5-0. And Kevin mentioned that if you start 2-0, 63.7% of the time you make the playoffs. So, I mean,
not bad odds.
Not bad. I mean, it's good odds, right? You know, it's like if you got 19 versus the dealer in blackjack, you feel pretty good about it. So
and then
thanks.
you lose.
Thanks for watching. We hope you had as much fun as we did. Please follow us wherever you get your podcast and on all the socials. Become a patron and get extra Saints happy hour content. You'll get access to our private Saints fan community on Discord, extra podcast, peek behind the scenes, and more. Lowest tier starts at $5. And we also have a 1-week free trial. So if you don't have to commit right away, you can try us out and see if you like it, and then keep going. And I almost forgot, we only have 2 days left of the secret discount gold tier. You can get an incredible discount of like 25% on the gold tier forever. But once it's gone, you can't get it anymore. So for more info, go to patreon.com/Saints Happy Hour to learn more. Thanks to Dave, Andrew, Thomas, the best producer on earth, running the show.
I'm gonna add a $15 a month tier where my wife will write a blog post once a month, and you can get it insight.
Tell you how miserable. Tell you how much she hates you.
Yeah, that's right. Or she'll come on the show. She'll do a 30-minute podcast on the show.
We have colors, but we could do a everybody hates Dave tier. We can make that happen. So thanks to Dave, Andrew, Thomas, the best producer on earth, running the show back in Poland. Thanks to everybody in the chat. It was freaking amazing. The Saints are 2-0. They're going to be 3-0. Thanks for joining us. And until next time, the bar is closed.